For those who are impatient to begin, here's a quick start summary of the basics. Maybe make a start, a few mistakes, then come back to the DVD for some more information. We begin with the soil mounding process. This is your building block for shaping, soil. It's dirt cheap. The soil needs to be fairly damp, like this, so it can hold together. This soil is just right. As part of your land shaping, experiment with where you want your planter holes. Try different planter hole locations and different plants to get a feel how it all looks before you commit to your final land sculpture. If you've decided to include drip watering, make sure you have built in the main pipes during the soil mounding stage. The Hardcoat system is made up of 3 processes. First, the structural layer. Then the top coating layer is patted over it. And finally, the surface is preserved against the sun, wind, and rain. First, we blend sand and cement. The blend is 60% cement and 40% sand by volume. Add some oxide pigments to make a dark gray, brown, yellow color. Add the structural ingredient, the special alkali-resistant chopped strand. So mix the ingredients to get a sloppiness like this. Before applying structural mix, rinse your hands clean, otherwise the mix will stick to your hand and not the surface you wish to apply it to. Make sure your soil is good and damp before applying the structural mix. You see Peter using a spatula style of application. He takes a thin layer, not too much at a time, and he smooths the mix onto the surface with the back of his hand. In areas where the surface is flat or grooved like a gully, throw on some larger stones first. You might notice how well this coating sticks to these steep slopes. That is because it is thin and therefore not heavy and is sticky with cement. You will notice how Peter rolls the mix over the pot edge to create a rim. Now comes the second stage, the top coating stage. The best topping to use is a potting mix with some coarse gravel or small stones in it. Needs to be about 20% of washed sand to be added. Alternatively, you can just use the normal sandy loam that made the bonsai hillside. You will need to add some larger stones and maybe some gravel to create an attractive soil surface for our hard coat. Make sure you wash the gravels and stones thoroughly first. Here you see Peter applying the surface soil in a tennis ball serving motion. How soon to apply it after the first coat? Straight away if you like, and preferably no more than 5 to 10 minutes after. You can see that the layer going on is not thick, around 2 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch. Make sure you cover your work completely to seal off all wind and rain. A nice tight waterproof covering will slow down your set and minimize evaporation from the surface. Next, we brush the loose material off the surface with a dustpan brush. And if we want, we can add some more colors. Finally, we protect the surface with a UV-resistant timber coating. Then sit back and enjoy the unique garden art we have created.